and have their opinion. We had to be physically stopped from doing that by these men. And then all of a sudden we were surrounded.
Here! TERFs aren't welcome 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 here! Shame on you! TERFs aren't welcome here! 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 TERFs aren't welcome here!
No man has a penis.
TERFs aren't welcome here!
Yeah, we couldn't move. We were
I
completely.
still don't know where these people came from. I don't know where the
You did-
drums came from, the trumpet that they bought.
Yeah, you did see one of them make a phone call, remember? Because you said to me, "Oh, he's probably calling for backup."
Well, he was a funny one because he came up to me and Narissa, and he was obviously dressing what he thinks a 18-year-old girl dresses like. He had short shorts on, and I can't remember what he had on top, but he was pretending to be a woman, but he looked like a man.
Yeah,
So he was having a conversation with Narissa, asking, how do you know who a woman is after looking at our signs? And it's like, because we've got eyes and ears and we're breathing,
yeah.
we can see who the men are.
Mm.
And he wouldn't have it. He just wouldn't have it. He was the one that ended up in my face.
Yeah, because they did encircle us really quickly, didn't they? And then I think it might have been Narissa said turn around, because then they started coming very close to you, and we were really worried. Again, a pregnant woman, they could see that you were pregnant, and they pushed forward, and they were going to keep pushing forward towards you. So I went up and pushed back. Then they and good old Sergeant's mob have got that footage now, but of course he doesn't explain what that footage actually showed. And when I put my hand up, what we were doing is we were trying to protect you because you're carrying a child.
Yeah, and I didn't expect that level of aggression.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
not full of love. They are not full of love. They are so hateful. And the thing is, they really think because they live in their bubble, they only mix with each other. And they think the public supports this. That I believe they really believe that they have got full public support, and that with this tiny minority, but they're wrong, because if they went out and spoke to the public without being aggressive towards them and people being fearful, they would know this queer theory, people don't want a bar of it.
Mm.
If they had the queer theory would be okay if they didn't want to change the world to suit them. But that's what it's about. We've got to change every aspect of society to suit them. And they have no idea. Like yesterday, they would have thought, because there were so many queers there, that's the world they live in. So, but the whole intersection, all the protesting just stopped because of all this noise. And then the police were there and it was just crazy. And then they were chanting, what was it? I can't even remember the chant now. They did it. See, I've lost my voice.
TERFs aren't welcome here. TERFs aren't welcome here.
Yeah.
TERFs aren't welcome here.
And then they go into like a zombie, like they've got their eyes glaze over.
Welcome here! TERFs aren't welcome here!
Misogyny.
TERFs aren't welcome here! TERFs aren't welcome here! TERFs aren't welcome here! TERFs aren't welcome.
More so the young girls that are there, they are completely and utterly programmed.
Wow, it was shocking. I've never been involved. I've never witnessed that before.
Yeah.
So many of them together like that and just chanting.
Someone on Facebook
short.
said that by watching that, they could see, they experienced that in Hobart when Kelly J was here. They did the same thing. So it's obviously part of their playbook is that you surround them, you know, you call in backup and then you just keep moving forward on them. And, you know, and we were leaving at that stage. We'd done what we wanted to do and we were leaving. So, and the police were watching what was going on because one of them threw water over Narissa.
TERFs aren't welcome here! 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 Men are not women! TERFs aren't welcome here! Men are not women!
You know, and the police were watching. And it wasn't until the police thought, oh, okay, well, there's going to be violence here. And they stepped in and they told us they had to take us out because of our safety. And then they walked us across the road and two of the nutcases followed. And you've got that footage, Leah, of that hysterical young woman.
That woman was screaming for about 30 seconds before I started filming that. Brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
She was just going mad. And, you know, the world we're now living in now that's just completely normal.
Yeah.
That is what is happening on our streets.
Yeah.
Reacting like that, screaming at women.
And then when the police said they had to get us out of there for our own safety, they still followed. And then the police said, we've got to walk you down at least a block to make sure that you're safe.
Yeah. So they know that we're not safe.
Yeah. But then these who were the Greens party, they were there representing the Greens party. This is how the Greens party, these are their members. So this is what the Greens is about now. But they're singing out they had won. Won what?
They made us fuck off. That's what they think.
Yeah. But they didn't.
No.
They have, you know, to tell us we're not allowed there, because one of them said, you're not allowed here. And I went, why? Have you got a permit for this area? No. And I said, well, it's public.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed there because they said so. So they just think they can dictate everything in society now. But yeah, it was quite, God, what would you call yesterday? But, you know, it was a successful action. In saying that, it was a successful action. And a lot of attention was drawn to what we represent. And, you know, there were probably a lot more people there that believed what was happening to women's rights and are not in favour of gender ideology. But watching what happened to us, they'd probably be a little bit fearful. Yeah. There
must be a lot of people who wish that they could stand there and say what we're saying, but they just can't.
Yeah.
They're
But in